Hello everyone, today we will talk about Chapter 13.4. Chapter 13.4, the construction and interpretation of scattered diagrams. Scattered diagram. First of all, what is a scattered diagram? Scattered diagram, usually we'll use this diagram to show two set of data. Okay, two set of data, and mainly we are focused on find the relationship between them. Okay, the relationship. Okay, this one is very important. Memorize the use of this data diagram. For example, if I want to know if there is any relationship between, for example, the revision time and also the marks, right? For example, someone may claim that if you do more revision, then your marks will increase, right? And then we may collect as the data of a class to see what is their revision time and what is their corresponding marks. We may get such a graph. For example, the marks here, the revision time here, the marks here. Okay, we may have some points. We may use the course to represent the data. That is, the revision time for someone is here and the corresponding marks is here. Okay, understand? And then we may have lots of this kind of the points. You may see after we draw all the data in the scatter diagram, we may find that the marks and the revision times have a relationship in this way, right? In this way, right? So you can see the revision time, when this one is increasing, then the marks will also increase, right? For example, you can see the highest marks is this one, right? The highest marks here, right? The highest, and the revision time is also the highest. Okay, you can see we have the relation here. Okay, so this is called scatter diagram. This is called scatter diagram. We'll use the box to show you one more example how to construct and interpret the scatter diagram. For example, this one, page 50. Page 50. Okay. For this one, you can see for this scatter diagram, we want to compare someone's the height and the arm span. Okay, the height and the arm span. What is the relationship between these two data? Okay, you can see for drawing the scatter diagram, of course, we should have the title, and also the x-axis and y-axis should label the data that you are finding. Okay, for this time we are finding the relationship between height and arm span. So this one, height and arm span. Okay, understand? And then of course you should also mark all the label in the vertical axis and the horizontal axis. Okay, and then for example, this time for this data, that is someone's the height is 192 cm and the corresponding arm span is 190 cm. Okay, so we can see that we will mark this point. That is, the height is this one is 192 cm and the corresponding arm span, this one is 190. Okay, understand? So after you draw all these data in the scatter diagram, we will have this point, right? We will have these points, and then this time we can see that there is also a relationship between the height and the arm span. That is still just like the revision time, and this one is increasing, right? Just like increasing. That is, when the height is increased, then the corresponding arm span will also increase, right? So for this relationship, we have a name called that is called positive relationship. Positive. That is, when this one increase and then this one will also increase together. Okay, that is positive relationship. So if in the other words, that is called negative relationship, right? So I'm going to show what is the negative relationship. And in fact, in your books, if I've already shown you the negative relationship in at page 51, this one. So I'm going to use this page to talk about it. So you can see positive relationship. Oh, you can see, oh, increase, right? For negative relationship, that is when x increase, then the y will decrease. That means if the x increase, then the y will decrease. This one is when x increase, y will increase. So this is positive. This one is negative. Okay, so you can see we may use this arrow to represent, oh, increase together. This one is not. Okay, then we have also the last relationship. There is no obvious relationship. There is no relationship. You can see the point is cannot find any relationship. There is someone here, someone here, someone here, someone here, right? We cannot have a arrow to represent any relationship between the two sets of data. Okay, so that's what we have to learn in scalar diagram. Remember, to construct the scalar diagram, you must give the title, you must label all the assets, and then mark all the points by using the course. You need not to draw the straight lines between the points, because this is not a broken line graph. Just draw all the course, all the data is okay. Okay, and then we will going to talk about the exercise in the next video. Okay.